got for the haters.
Talking about the Giants, man. So I figure let's talk about ODB, man.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Who says he will not play this year without a contract.
Good for Odell Beckham Jr.
Good for Odell Beckham Jr.
Yes. If you feel like you're worth that much money and you trying to hold the Giants for ransom,
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could care less about
big
this
enough?
stuff.
Is this a? What do you think is the issue?
Mm-hmm.
Is the issue as to why he feel like this is the time to say or put out public that I'm not playing without a contract? Why now?
It's easy for me, the injury that he suffered last year. To me, it's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
When you suffer that kind of injury, and remember, prior to that injury, he suffered something similar in the preseason against Cleveland. I remember specifically the game where he caught a ball, he jumped in the air, and the guy, knocked his knee, and it looked gruesome, but it appeared like he was okay.
Yeah.
And so, come regular season, he gets hurt in the Charger game, and he's out for the rest of the year. You got to be thinking, man, this could happen to me again. I might not be able to get the money that I'm worth to this franchise. So once I get healthy and back on the field, I got to show these niggas, I'm your dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The offense in 2016 sucked. But I was that nigga.
Yeah.
In crunch time.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't blame ODB, man.
Yeah.
Go get your money. I don't care if they trying to put you out there for trade bait or whatever.
Do you think they holding out for are they holding out for a reason right now, or do you think they're gonna take care of this quickly?
I think
because here's the thing. They obviously got some needs, particularly offensively, not just wide receiver.
Yep.
If they it would hurt severely to lose Odell Beckham, but if you lost Odell Beckham to get some stability at offensive line where you could run the ball and maybe get a chance to throw the ball.
Right.
Maybe that's a sacrifice that the Giants are willing to make. How do you think the organization is looking at the situation? Because they about to break the bank for Slim. If they do it, they're breaking the bank for him.
And let's remember, this is the same franchise that had to deal with Lawrence Taylor back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened? They kept playing the guy because the dude was the best guy on the team.
Right.
This
is the same situation.
Yeah. When they drafted Lawrence Taylor, the Giants became good right away. 2 Super Bowl championships.
Mm-hmm.
Face of the franchise. Hall of Famer. He had issues off the field. But they wasn't getting rid of no Lawrence Taylor for that. So, would you compare the stuff that Lawrence Taylor went through in comparison to what ODB off the field's going to? I would say no.
I would say no in the level of seriousness, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, and I hate that we always got to compare eras.
Right.
In this era, Odell Beckham is going through something, where he feel like he got to play this game. Obviously,
yeah.
I mean, obviously, he feel like he got to play this game because he's in the same kind of situation that LT was in. My thing is, look, I'm not mad at him for trying to get his money.
Right.
You should get you need to do that.
Yep.
Get your money.
Yep.
Do what he 23, 24 now?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, get all the money you can get in this next 6, 7 years. Get all the money you can get in this next 6, 7 years.
If you get injured again, then absolutely, that possibility ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, right. So get what you can get in these next 6 or 7 years. But the other side of the coin, and the other side of the coin is dude then had some distractions. I guess if you had to, he's had one, and correct me if I'm wrong, he's had one clutch moment where he needed to be the superstar when it mattered, and he wasn't against the Packers
in the playoff game.
After the whole boat incident.
Right.
I'm not saying he's the only reason. I'm saying
I think it's more magnified.
It's magnified that it's him. It's magnified, and I get it was other players, but it was him, and that he didn't show up.
Right, and it's magnified in the biggest media market in the country.
You know, so even if he's taken an unnecessary amount of blame,
right?
You know what? he might be putting it on himself.
Yeah, I mean,
and I think that's kind of what they're going to be considering if they decide to come to some type of negotiations. Now, at the end of the day, I guess it's about who has the leverage at this point. And I would imagine,
I think Odell Beckham has the leverage.
You think Odell Beckham has the leverage? I would imagine that the Giants have the leverage.
What you would think, and the reason I say Odell Beckham has the leverage because when Joe Flacco got hurt in 2015 and was out for the rest of the year, that next offseason they restructured the contract and pretty much kind of inflated the back end of that contract more. And in my opinion, I thought the Ravens at that point had the leverage, but with the result being what it was, it appeared Joe had the leverage the entire time. So when I take that situation and I apply it to Odell Beckham's situation, Odell Beckham coming off a major injury, definitely the best player on the franchise in comparison to Joe being on the Ravens,
who was
not. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Who was not. So that's what I'm saying. I think more it's Odell Beckham having the leverage.
So let me ask you: Do you think that? So they made him take a pay cut, Joe Flacco. I'm trying to gain clarity on what you're saying.
No, he didn't take a pay cut.
Okay, they
restructured the deal.
So the money that he was going to get early, he got later.
He's right. It's on the back end of the deal. So and it's kind of sort of in the middle.
So where would you say that Joe Flacco per se won in that situation?
Well, the Ravens could have said, "Hey, listen, you're coming off this injury. We're not doing anything in regard to contract extensions, restructures. We're not going to do any of that. You're just going to go ahead and you're just going to continue."
But do you think they restructured to make space for that particular next year if it's back end money?
Possibly.
So it might have not had nothing to do with Joe Flacco.
But it wasn't a pay cut.
No, I get that it wasn't a pay cut, but you got what the player's salary is, but you also have it in a breakdown of what fits in the salary cap of the year.
And I think the bigger part to that is the extension. They extended the years on the contract also.
Right, but that's not Joe Flacco friendly. That's Baltimore Raven friendly, I would think.
It's Baltimore Raven friendly, but I think what you got from him prior to the injury, somebody would say, look, he just keep him on that same contract, and then when it's up, or if it's a year before that, just let him, you can cut him or whatever. But they extend. Not only did they extend the years, but they threw in a little bit more money in that deal. I don't know. I don't remember how much more it was.
Yeah, I think they did that for them and not necessarily for Joe Flacco.
So for Odell Beckham now.
So in Odell Beckham's case, I don't. What's the worst that could happen if he decides I'm not playing? He's on contract. It's not like this is a situation where he's due money or they have to give him more money.
Yep.
In fact, they could just say, all right, we're going to just start fining you until you decide you're going to come and play.
Sure.
So I don't know that.
Well,
I don't know that he's winning in this situation, or he has the leverage in this situation by just saying I'm not playing, because obviously you're on contract, you're supposed to play.
Yep. And again, he's the best player on that franchise.
So yes, the team possibly doesn't win games, but there's also the possibility that they do win games with him not there. And nobody's going to say, "Oh, the Giants are better without Odell Beckham." But what Odell Beckham might start feeling like is, okay, they winning without me, and I'm losing money.
And look at the stats for Odell Beckham also. Obviously, if you take that in consideration, combined with the fact that in 2016 the offense was garbage, but yet he showed up in a lot of clutch moments to keep them afloat. You look at all that, and to me, my conclusion to all that is Odell Beckham's got the Giants by the balls. Now, if they decide we're going to trade you to the Rams or something crazy like that, then okay. But Odell Beckham, in that situation, still has an opportunity to get his money. It's just not necessarily with the Giants.
Right. Well, that's not the Giants. That's not the Giants' problem. Though.
At that point, it's not their problem.
It's not. Well, here's the thing. It's not the Giants' problem, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, win or lose, we gonna get, if you don't play, we gonna get some of that money back in fines.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's however much it is in the game. And if you meet a certain cap of missing games, then the fine increases. I know that they can get a chunk of money back if he decides he's not going to play.
Right.
So here's the thing. I get that the Giants are a better team with Odell Beckham.
Right.
But it doesn't mean, depending on schedule, it doesn't mean they couldn't win games. It doesn't mean, ideally, you would just look at him like an injured player, except for you're finding him and got the opportunity to make some money back. Now, obviously, you got to deal with the show circus and media and all that.
Right.
But
that's usual in New York anyway.
Yeah.
The circus is going to be the circus anyway, regardless of who's playing.
I don't think he's going to really not play.
No,
I don't think he's really not going to play.
I don't think so.
And if the Giants were, I ain't gonna say if they were business savvy, but if they would decide, they could just decide, hey man, you just gotta wait,
right?
Because let's be clear, he's had, obviously we know he's one of the, top. I say Antonio Brown, Julio Jones. Anybody really better than ODB after that? Healthy?
No. That has shown for about a good 3-year stretch. No.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody's better than him.
To me, it's those three guys. Yeah. And then after that, the list starts to fall a little bit.
We can argue after that. But I think it's safe to say that ODB's a top 3.
Yep.
Hey, bro, but you were top 3 in your rookie contract.
Exactly.
So, and if we're talking about the 3 years, right, he's been in the league. Rookie year, he showed out, the highlights, all that, stats, obviously.
Yeah.
Second year, still showed out, but a little more distractions were coming about. And then the third year, injured.
Yep.
Hey, bro, you got to wait, man. You got to wait.
Yeah, look, it wouldn't surprise me if he waited, but I just think that you're not going to get rid of a player of that caliber, especially when he's
no, they're not going to get rid of him. There's no way they're getting rid of him.
Via trade, cut, you're not going to do that. They're not going to
get rid of him. They're going to make him. If he decides he sit down, he's going to be sat down until the money to look like he's taking a loss, a serious loss. Until he gets tired of losing money,
right,
he'll sit down, if he really even sits down.
Right.
I think it would be really smarter than to just be like, hey man, look, come on, let's talk. Look, bro.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years. It's not your time to get paid yet. Look at our offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Look at our running game. The running game's got a little better. I think they got Jonathan Stewart. You know what I'm saying? It's got a little bit better, but
still ain't enough.
You need an offensive line right now. How are we even going to get you the ball where you can get the stats where you could ask for?
Especially if they're considering still keeping Eli.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we got a couple of different opinions in the chat room. I want to start with Angry Black Man. He says, Odell has the leverage because we've seen the Giants and Eli without him this season. 3 wins. Well, I disagree because when they was 0-4, 0-5, Beckham was healthy. So I can't really say I agree with that particular statement. But he also says Odell's power is to force them to pay you